Why did you become a recording artist?
Um, I mean, I don't really know why I became one, but I know music has always been a passion. Like it's a way for me to vent. So since a youngin, I always wanted to like, do music. It was a way to escape a reality and or put my reality into like a way to into words, like really to be able to express myself. So I really think that's probably why I became an artist. Just really being able to express myself.
What genre of music do you consider yourself at this point?
Of course, hip hop. Um, of course, hip hop. My music varies as far as feelings and the way you can perceive it. I can see somebody, um, classifying me different ways, but that's just because I'm versatile. But it's hip hop. That's what started. You know what I'm saying?
How'd you get into that genre of music specifically?
To be honest, my older sister. You know what I'm saying? Really, I was a little kid. My sister was banging. She was banging that shit. So I would hear what she listened to, and it would apply to my life. And that's how I really indulged fully.
And this is your biological sister.
Yeah, yeah, my big sis Erica. Shout out to her.
Was that the first genre of music you encountered in your life?
Yeah, first genre.
Now, was it a certain song or artist that got your attention back
Man, she listened to everybody, but damn, to everybody. Like it was really my sister. She just listened to everybody. Like the niggas she dealt with, the dudes that she dealt with in her life was in the streets. So like the shit that they was listening to, I would just inherit from being around it. So like it was everything. Jay-Z, DMX, Jadakiss, Lil Wayne, people like that. I was real little, but this is the stuff I would be hearing.
then? What age or what grade were you at the time?
Um, when I was conscious of what I was hearing, like knowing that I liked the shit, I was young. I was 7 years old and shit. Second grade when I really like would be trying to rap the words back. But um, like ninth grade and shit, I was probably like 14.
Now, when it comes to these names of artists that you just listed here,
Yeah.
were these your musical inspirations or influence as well? And if not, who was?
Yeah, really like the people I named. Like I was a big fan of Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying? I was a real big fan of Lil Wayne. I was a fan of Jada Kidd. Like people like of course Jay-Z, of course the elite people, because you would at that time you would just hear what you hear. You know what I mean? It wasn't like we had a phone where you could go there and just like see who you really like on your own time. So like it was really who I was exposed to. So but really Lil Wayne, like that was somebody that I really um, paid attention to the most was Lil Wayne.
Why Wayne in that sense? What was it about Wayne that you paid attention to?
I just think because I was a lot younger than Wayne, but I just think that because he was the youngest in his situation, and I was able to identify that he was the youngest, even though I was young, I could still see that he was the youngest, and like I just would pay attention to that, and then over the years, watching it, his whole legacy just transpired. Like it was just like that's why I see myself like Wayne is a real lyrical artist and still able to dumb shit down. So like when I was younger, like I was able to understand the differences. So like that's a person that I just always would be like, okay, like he's got the formula. You know what I'm saying? Early on, that's a person that I would be interested in.
You also mentioned Jadakiss, Jay Z, DMX. Have you had a chance to personally meet any of these
Man, look,
artists?
none of listen, none. I ain't never met DMX. I never been blessed to meet none of them J's. When I was a youngin, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was like 16. I was in the Bellagio Hotel in Vegas, and I seen Jay Z gambling one time. He was by himself. He had no security and nothing. It threw me off. I was just like, damn. But I didn't speak to him or nothing. I had morals for myself. I knew not to just walk up and interrupt no nigga getting money. But I did peep him, you know what I'm saying, from afar. But I ain't never get a chance to meet Jada, him, none of them. I do know Beanie Siegel. Shout out to Beanie Siegel. I got songs with Beanie Siegel. I did music with him when I was younger. He's a person that came across me. He was in Baltimore doing some music with some other niggas, and he just wound up saying like, "Man, who hot out here?" And niggas put my name in the conversation, and the nigga actually called my phone. Like Beanie Siegel actually got my phone number from somebody, in the room that knew me and called me personally. And I literally was in another studio, and I remember answering the phone, and this nigga was talking to me regular like he wasn't him. Like, he like, man, this Test. And I'm like, yeah. He like, man, this what he kept saying, this Beans. And we in Baltimore, so I'm thinking, I don't fucking know nobody named Beans. You feel me? Like, I'm like, who? And he like, it's Beans. But the whole time, I'm not gonna lie, the nigga sound like Beanie Siegel, but I'm just thrown off because it's, we in Baltimore, whatever. But long story short, when I hung up and he called back, like, man, you playing this? I'm thinking, damn, this really you? He like, yeah. So I go to the studio he at. Shout out to Nigel, a nigga in Baltimore on the studio. He called me and was like, yeah, this is real. Like, so I went down and I wound up doing 2-3 songs with Beans. But like, and to be honest with you, when I met Beans and I did the music with him and connected with him, I felt like I knew all them niggas now. To be honest, I felt like I met Jadakiss, Jay-Z, and every fucking body. Like, that's how I felt. He made me feel like that. So shout out to Beanie Siegel, man. He was a person. Behind the scenes, nobody really would know this, but he really took a liking to me and understood my capability as an artist early on. You know, it wasn't nothing that could like propel me to no crazy levels, but I would personally always remember that shit.
It wasn't a paid feature type of thing.
No, hell no. Hell no. If anything, I almost got paid, to be honest, for coming and doing what I done. But shout out to Beanie Siegel, real nigga. And I looked up to him. I knew of him and everything. It was crazy to me. I swear to God, Smallz, when I tell you when I met him, I felt like I met Jay-Z and met everybody that's under that umbrella. Even if I listened to them niggas or not, I was younger, so I might not listen to everybody, but I felt like I knew all of them from meeting him.
When you did see Jay-Z at that casino, though, were you starstruck by any chance?
I wasn't starstruck. I was so young that I didn't understand. I wouldn't even understood what starstruck was. I was just really stuck. Not starstruck, but stuck. I was stuck because I wanted to say something to the nigga. Like, this Jay-Z, I wanted to say something to him. But I told you I had enough understanding to know he's gambling. We was in the Bellagio. Technically, I wasn't even old enough to stop at the table. Like, because they kept telling, like, when you try to stop me, like, you got ID, they knew I was a kid. But I stopped and I just checked the shit out for like, it was like 2 hands he might have played. But I remember sitting there and the only thing that hit my head was, damn, this nigga such a boss. Like, he don't have nobody with him. Like, but he's cool to sit right here and do his thing. Like, that's all I took from that. But yeah, like, I know I wasn't starstruck. I just was stuck. I didn't, because I wanted, like I said, I wanted to say, hey man, I rap. Like, I know who, I'm from Baltimore. I wanted to say so much shit. I know when I was young, I used to listen to him through my sister. So I knew like Jay-Z was coming through the city. He was coming through Maryland where I'm from. Like, so I wanted to tell him this shit, but I still had enough morals and respect to understand he getting money. So I pressed pause naturally. It wasn't like I wasn't starstruck. I was just stuck like, damn, how I go about this? But I'm glad I went about it the way I did. I didn't want to disturb no nigga getting no money.
Care to share what age you are now?
Yeah, I'm 29.
And for time reference, it's May 2021.
Yeah.
Now, how did you learn how to rap? What was that learning process like for you?
Learn how to rap. I don't really know how. I didn't really like learn it. It wasn't like nobody taught me. I just was really a fan of music. And to be honest, I would really just listen to music and then like try to do my own rendition of it before I actually started doing my own music. I was a kid, so I just would listen to shit and just, try to go over their beats and kind of take their flows and things like that of anybody that I might have been influenced by at the time. But outside of that, it was just like, I kind of just stumbled on it myself. But I always had a passion to make some music. Like, I knew that's what I like to do, you feel me? So like, it wasn't surprising to people when I started actually rapping.
And was that something you wanted to do on your own, or was it a suggestion? Maybe someone put a battery behind your back, so to speak.
Nah, really on my own. Like, coming up, I didn't have nobody pushing me to do shit, like play sports or anything. I didn't have my dad in the picture. I didn't have no type of structure. My mama was out hustling, doing her thing to take care of us. So we kind of did what the fuck we wanted to do growing up, me and my brother. And so like, kind of like through my sister, my older sister Erica, I found like a love for music. And it really was me hearing songs and feeling like, damn, these niggas don't know me, but it's like they talking about my life. You know what I mean? Like, the shit they talking about, this is what my life is. So that's what made me really I wanted to be somebody that another person related to it. You know what I mean? So that's really, I think, what made me stick to it.
Have you found your sound yet?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, I go in the studio effortless. Like, I just do my thing. Like, um, it really when artists be like, damn, my sound. It's a tedious thing, but honestly, it just comes from you letting loose and not trying to have boundaries or not trying to just, I just do my thing. Like, I know now I can honestly say when people hear music that I'm on, they know that's Test. You know what I mean? When I was younger, a person might confuse me with somebody or something, but it's just like, you know what I mean? It's my own niche. And I honestly feel like personally, my emotion and my passion and the way I approach the record is damn near unmatched. Like, it's people that still have that same feeling. They give off that feeling, but like I know when a person is my fan and they listen to me, I know they can identify me instantly just from, um, what's the word? My commitment to just coming into the record. Like, so yeah, I definitely got my own sound. Like, I understand people, oh, you sound like this, but I always tell the world, like, a motherfucker gonna compare you to the first thing they already know anyway. If a nigga get out here and he get to dribbling the ball like Kobe Bryant, that's the first thing. Oh, he play like Kobe. You feel me? So it's just one of the things. You just gotta, after that, you gotta reinvent yourself. Once somebody see, oh, he like this, but then they see you do you, it's understood. You know what I'm saying? So like, I tell people, like, somebody can say, oh, you sound like this person, but I'm like, well, play that person's song and play my song, and you'll fully hear the difference. Not saying that I'm better than that person's song, but you will know, oh, these niggas is two different people. So like, I know I have my own sound.
Are you able to describe it?
Yeah, my sound's like, I got like the raspy, like I said, I'm born in Dallas. A lot of my family's from Texas, so I got like a southern vibe with my shit, but an East Coast flavor. Like, I can recall, like, I'm very lyrical. I got real lyrics. Like, my shit is, I got bars, you know what I'm saying, inside the music. So even though I'm giving you bars, I still am able and capable to give you a song with substance, still with having bars, but still be dumbed down to the point where you can actually understand and take in what I'm saying instantly. Like, I remember when Future did the Life is Good remix with him and Drake and Da Baby and Lil Baby, they on that record. So Future did a different version, on a different verse, I should say, on that remix. And I remember the nigga calling me and just telling me, like, man, I just called you to see what you thought about this shit. Cause you really lyrical, like your shit. And he was killing that shit. If y'all listen to that Life is Good remix with Pluto on it, he cooked that motherfucking verse. And I had posted it and bruh seen it. So he called me like, man, I just want to know what you thought. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm one of them people, you know what I'm saying? So I know, like, people know my lyrical ability. If you lock in with Tess, you know I'm talking that shit. I'm not one of these people that's just finna give you just stuff that you can't move forward with. So I take pride in that, like, being able to be educated in the music. And as far as when I say educated in the music, meaning do a song where you can learn from, like, you like, damn, follow this nigga steps. So, that's how I feel about that.
Do you have a song title that you could share with us that best exemplifies this?
Yeah,
one can listen to right now if they wanted to.
Yeah, so like if you go on, I got a new project dropping, Stop Playing With Me Too. It comes out May 7th. It's a record on there called Misunderstood. And I feel like that record right there is something that people in general have went through. Like, it talks about somebody like saying they're gonna put you in a position to do this or do that. It talks about people thinking that they understand you or know you, but they don't. And that record right there hit hard. Like, when somebody here, everybody's went through this, where somebody done sold them a dream or told them they're gonna do this, and whether that person had ill intentions or great intentions, it's like the outcome was you didn't keep your word. So it's like, it's one of them records where it don't matter who you are. Like, even the most successful person hears that song and relates and remembers and recalls the time that they felt like that. You know what I mean? So Misunderstood is a record on my tape, Stop Playing With Me Too, that just identifies with just the way where I'm telling you, like, I sell a vibe to people. That's my sound. My sound is that real shit. You know what I mean?
How did you know when you found your sound?
Really the feeling and the expression from people around me. I've been doing music forever, so like, to watch people express themselves around me and get really excited and hype and just be like, nigga, like, this is where you need to be. This is the test we need to hit. This is how you should be. Like, when I started seeing people that care about me go above and beyond and explaining the way they feel when they hearing the music that I'm creating on these days, it just made me really be like, yeah, this is it. I'm in my pocket. And like it was a time I was recording a record called it's on my one of my mixtapes called Fuck Your Feelings, and it's the first song. I believe it's called Talk to Me Nice. And on the first song, when you listen to it, it's a person that comes in the middle between the verses. It's my homeboy. He's in the studio actually, and he literally, I'm rapping and he's drunk, so he's not realizing he can't really talk. Like, nigga, shut up, the mic's in the room, like, be quiet. So, but I kept it because he started talking at the perfect time, and he was just in there going, like, bro, he was telling me, like, in so many words, like, this is you, this is your pocket, this is what you need to be doing. And literally he was dead ass on. I kept it in the song and all. If you listen to it, you'll hear him talking, but that's really where the validation came from. The people around me, my peers, um, my managers, people in my life that's special to me, Futures, BK, people that I listen to, basically. So I mention these names, it's just because this is the motherfuckers I listen to when they talking their shit to me. And like, these are the people like, nah, Tess, you in your pocket, you in your bag, you in your space. So I just took heed to that and just been trying to continue that energy.
How long do you think, and rough estimate here, time-wise, it took to get to that?
Shit,
you
it took
making music to finding your sound.
It took years. It took years. I honestly believe finding my sound came from excessive recording and really just taking heed to what people say. Like, and when I say people, I'm not talking about the world. I'm talking about the people you care for and the people you're influenced by. Really just taking what they say and treating it like a math problem. Taking what they say, taking this, taking how you feel, and you add and subtract, divide, multiply. You know what I'm saying? And you come to an equation where you say, this is where we at. And like, that's really what it was for me. Just really paying attention to myself. I've been doing music so long. I knew I was good at it, but it's just like, as far as finding your niche to be able to sell yourself. See, like, I'm a person where people, like, motherfuckers follow me on Snapchat for me, not because of music. Like, they follow me because they fuck with me. So my goal was to translate me into my music, which is what I've done, and it's grown so much for me. So like, that's why when I can go to England and just turn the fuck up, because people really attaching to this shit that I'm doing. And so my niche is really just doing what I know people want to see and hear from me, which is kick that shit, touch on real life, talk about these bitches. Motherfuckers know I got 1,000,000 trillion bitches. They want to hear how a nigga like me dealing with that. How you talking about that? How you moving like that? So I just was like, fuck it, let me give them me. And that's what I benefited off of, just putting myself into the shit.
Why do they have to be the people?
Not necessarily. For anybody that feel violated or took offense to that, it's really where I'm from. We just say that. I talk to my sisters like that. I'm like, bitch, why you do it like that? It's just a way of speaking, but it's no disrespect. And at any given time, if someone's offended, I'm fully ready to deal with the way they feel and explain myself. And so it's like, no disrespect at all.
At this point, are you a full-time recording artist?
Yeah, for sure. All my money comes from music and my likeness, and me moving around the earth. When people ask me about shit like that, like, cause I get money from what I do, but I'm not the biggest artist in the world. So people be looking like, how the fuck you make all this money from music? Like, you doing this, you doing that, but it's like, it really come from music, my likeness, and just what I got going on. So I'm blessed to say yes. To answer your question and say yes, I'm blessed. It's a blessing to say yes.
How long would you say, rough estimate, you've been a full-time recording artist?
Full-time recording artist since 2015.
So about 5-6 years.
Yeah, full. I just said it to you straight up and down. I ain't sold drugs since 2015.
Ever signed a recording contract?
Yeah, I signed a recording contract with CHM, Chillin' Hot Music, and Free Bands with Future, which is a joint situation.
And are you still signed to that imprint today?
Yeah, I'm fully imprinted in it. I'm independent. I got management through Free Bands. They do all my management and point me in right directions and shit like that. But I still got my own situations going on and different distribution and marketing deals that I got for myself.
Now, can you explain how that happened?
Really.
How did you link with Free Bands initially?
Shout out to Chuck G.O. It's my big brother. He locked up. That's who put me with Future. Um, Future and him is like this. They like big brother, little brother, if you will. And it was just a mutual thing in the beginning. I'm an artist from Baltimore. Obviously, Future's from Atlanta. You feel me? So like we was connected through a mutual person, basically.
But they weren't biologically related. You were just using the phrase bro.
Yeah, not biologically, but shit. If you ask Future, he'll say that's his brother. But you know.
So, just for clarification, initially you had signed a recording contract with Free Bands, but you're not under a recording contract with them anymore. You're under a management contract with them at this point.
Right. Yeah, correct.
Why did things turn out that way?
Just because it's more beneficial for everybody involved. Like one thing for us is like we family behind the scenes, so we just try to tend to make things make sense for everybody, and it's just, business is business. So like when things is business, where certain shits has to line up at certain times, and certain people have to check out on certain things. So it's like if you're a artist like myself that works so hard, put so much of your own energy, your own money, and all kind of shit into something, it's just like it's a blessing to be able to have the leeway and the structure, the creativity, and have the creative control to really push and move certain ways that benefits me most. And to be honest, that's really all it is. I'm still locked in with FBG. Like this is a family situation, and I'm blessed to be able to have different business endeavors going on all around and be able to have shit just still sorted out and not have to worry about no stress from this situation or this contract or nothing. It's really just so everybody can continue to move forward at their pace. You understand what I'm saying? To me, Future ain't no nigga that don't want to goddamn push a nigga forward. So it's like for me to be able to goddamn do what I'm doing all the way around the board and not have to ask this person, that person, and still be supported behind the scenes. It's a blessing. Like a person like me, I like to tell people like it's cool to be supported publicly, but like I'd rather have you behind the scene really repping for me. You feel me? To me, that's what counts. So I'm cool. I'll be with that shit.
And for the record, you're not biologically related to anyone on Free Bands.
Nah, not anybody. Not biologically. But that's my family though. Future's my brother. I learned so much. I've been around since the beginning of time. You know what I mean? Most of everybody that know what's up with him know what's up with me and my people and Chillin' Hard Music and Geo and, the whole structure.
Prior to you signing on the record label side of things with Free Bands, had you passed on any offers?
Yeah, a million offers. I had a million independent niggas that then tried to come give me 200, 300,000, 400,000. I had a million of them niggas. I don't want to say their name now because just I don't deal with them to shed no light on their situations. But respectfully, man, I had 20, 30 niggas that try to come give me $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 at a million different times. To the point where sometimes Future had to say, test my artist. Like, you know what I mean? Because like people have came, but it was just like because they at the time they felt like shit, this little nigga can go up. But it's just certain, like timing is everything, and certain contractual restrictions stop shit and stop certain opportunities. So like you got to go with the flow. But yeah, a million independent people have really tried to come drop a bag on me, for sure. I'm just a loyal nigga, and I always felt like trust my process, and that's why I'm where I'm at today. I'm blessed. I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? So like I always trusted the process, and I'm blessed that I've done that. But yeah, a million people. Like I could, like I told you, I don't want to touch base on their names, but they know who they are out here in this world. They done try to pull up and drop goddamn $300,000-$400,000 off on tests, and have me locked in with them and shit like that. But at the end of the day, I always had my different vision.
Looking back, did you make the right or wrong decision?
I made the perfect decision, and it's a blessing. I don't even want to say that with like a boastful type of sound or like I'm bragging. It's a blessing. I'm blessed. I made the right decision. I got more money than I ever had in my life. I've helped more people than I ever thought I could. I'm sorted out all the way and worldwide. You know what I'm saying? I got revenue coming in different currencies. So shit like this can't be made up. Like, I can't even make this shit up. So like, I know I made the right decision. Cause like when a nigga come drop, like I said, I'm talking big money, right? Nigga come drop 300,000-400,000 on you, but you might gotta sign your whole entire existence away to this shit. So you might, you know what I'm saying? And it's just different. So like, people hear them figures and think that's some real money, but like I done made that shit on my own. From pressing pause. You know what I'm saying? And not even because I was just, oh, I'm smart, I know to press pause. I told you I'm blessed. It was God like lining things up and moving shit around and having me press pause when I didn't even know why I was pressing pause. You know what I'm saying? So I fully made the right decision. It's the perfect decision because I'm fully like independently hold myself down. I own all my stuff. You know, I record all my music out of my own facility. Shit, I can't complain.
What do you mean when you say own facility?
Like my own recording studio. I own the studio. I own a studio in Baltimore, and you know, like that's what I'm saying. Like even down to the music, a lot of artists, like you know, they just do this, do that, you know, get some money and just be having it. I am every time I got paid for music, I invested it in myself or in something around me. So I own a recording studio that, fucking shit, more than half of the city where I'm from goes and records. I had the likeness of many major artists coming there patronizing my business. You know what I'm saying? So like at the end of the day, I'm a boss. Like outside of this shit, I still do so much stuff that enhances everybody else. Like I always tell niggas, I done made 500,000 off other niggas rapping. You know what I'm saying? So when I say that statement, that's what I'm talking about. I own the studio. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a hustler. I've been trying to figure this shit out differently while still propelling forward, you know?
Care to share the name of the studio?
Yeah, iStudio, like iPhone, like iStudio, you know what I mean? Like iPhone, iPad, iStudio. It's we located in Baltimore. Anybody that I got the hottest Baltimore artist rapping there, Roddy Rack. Shout out to him. He just got signed to Def Jam. YG Tech come through there. Lil Baby, a lot of people don't know. Lil Baby recorded Close Friends in my studio. You see what I'm saying? I got the original files on my shit. He got a whole nother version to it and all that. But you know, shout out to gang. These niggas have came through and patronized the building. Shout out to Dirk. Dirk then came through. You know what I'm saying? Like these people that came through and just like I said, show love to the spot. And so I got a lot of different shit going on, but it always ties back to music. And I'm just blessed that I had the know-how and the right information to put these things in play.
What about Future himself?
Yeah, Future been through there too. That's how them niggas come. To be honest, I ain't gonna act like they came just cause of me. You know what I mean? Them niggas come cause they know goddamn the Wizard coming through. Different people behind the scenes. Yo, I'm in Baltimore, I need a studio. Niggas like shit test. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's a blessing. That's why I say it's a blessing. Like, shit straight blessing.
Future does have a variety of nicknames.
Yeah.
You've mentioned a couple of them that you've referred to him as Pluto and the Wizard.
Yeah.
And I know there's some other names he's gone by in the past as well.
Yeah.
What do you actually, is there a main name you refer to him as or what?
I mean, really, all the names. It just depends how you feeling. You might, cause man, that nigga goddamn, you know how we all human. We different versions of ourselves at different times of the day or different times of the week or however you want to put it. So like, when I'm saying this shit, I think the reason I'm saying different, I'm giving you different names for him is because these are the times. He was the Wizard that day, that he Pluto this day, that he Future this day. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of them things. But like, you know, you just refer to him or whatever, whatever come to your brain. As long as it's something for him, it's cool. You know.
Now, for chronological purposes here, how long were you under that recording contract of Free Bands?
Oh man, I can't really recall like the exact time, but it was for some years for sure. But I can't recall the exact time. But like I said, I've been like this since the beginning. So even still behind the scenes with paperwork and shit like that shit I still was like this. So every tour that Free Bands has had, any tour that we went anywhere, any state, any country, I've been right there the whole time. So it damn near, to answer the question, it feel like the whole time. You see what I'm saying? But contractually and like legally and, you know, contractually binded and shit like that, just for some years. But even in between renegotiations before we had the management in place and all stuff like that, I'm tied to that for real, like without paperwork. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter if who wanted to work with me, they still gonna know that the Free Brand imprint is gonna be there. I'm still gonna put that bird on anything I do. I don't even give a fuck if I ain't got no full-fledged contract as far as recording. I could just have a management. I'm still putting a bird on anything. Niggas know what's up. This shit tattooed on me. Feel me?
Where?
I'm putting on my arms, FBG right here, the logo right there. You feel me? So this shit, I am this. Like, you can't take this shit from me. I am this. So it's like, this is family. So I don't give a fuck who I'm with or what's going on or what if it's my whatever. I'm gonna put that bird on it because it's like ain't nothing bigger than the bird, and that's what we mean when we say that. We just simply mean like we just trying to be loyal to this shit, and no matter which way it go, even if you're doing your own shit, still just represent.
And then what about the management contract as far as legally binding? Do you know how long that's been at this point for?
Like shit probably been going for like 2 years, as of right now. But we renew. Things get renewed. Everything with free bands has always been cool for me. I've always been able to make the money that I wanted to make. You know, like niggas get it twisted. Like people sit back and look at shit and just think, oh man, this nigga's supposed to be doing all these things. But they don't even be knowing you be catching real money and you taking care of your family. My children's in another country. I got twin boys. They in another country. They in London. Shout out everybody in the UK that fuck with me. They in London. So like for me to be able to be from Baltimore, Maryland and take care of my kids and run around the earth doing anything I want to do is a blessing to me. So like that's what I'm saying. So like what we got going on, niggas still able to do everything. It's just like people look at certain shit and think, oh, cause this nigga up here, he's supposed to put you, but it's like, but bro, I am up there though. Like you just don't see it cause you looking at this angle, but I'm really up there already. So you know with me, I just stay confined to being humble. I know what I do. I know that I write music for some of these niggas' favorite rappers. I know that niggas is taking sauce from me, not stealing it, but you know, gaining it. And it's like, and I'm contributing to the culture, to everything, and I'm getting compensated. So like, what the hell I'm gonna say? Like, and I got my own shit going. I got my own following, and I'm blessed. That's why I use the word blessed. People always hear me say that, and they're like, "Then you use it because I'm blessed." Straight up and down. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. This shit ain't supposed to be going. I'm not supposed to be in England doing what the fuck I want to do. You know what I'm saying? I live better in England than the nigga rap in England and the English artists. I'm American. I'm over that bitch turned up, top tier. You know what I'm saying? Got everybody fucking with me. So I'm blessed. I'm appreciative and I'm grateful.
So, again, because we've established a chronological timeline here,
Mm-hmm.
at what point do you become a full-time recording artist? Was that after you sign on the recording contract side of things with free bands?
Yeah. So basically, a few years before 2015. So let's just give or take 2013 when I did the deal and all, right? My management at the time was Chillin' Hard Music, G.O., the person that put me with Future. The FBI unfortunately came through. They swiped everybody from around me. So I had to take a moment. It was really 2-3 years, give or take, in between, right? So from 2015 to maybe 2017, 2 years. I had like an idle situation for myself. I didn't have any management. The people that put me with Future had got locked up. And we're all super close, so it was like a real fucking funny feeling situation at the time just because it was so fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Police come in and they just fuck up everything. And, you know, right after that time, so let's say, when I said 2015 early in the interview, I basically was telling you from the time the police came to the time after the 2-year mark where I actually was able to get through this. Because when they came, I lost everything. I lost money. I got indicted myself. They were trying to send me to prison. I was fighting cases. I was going through some shit. I was fucked up. So through 2015, 2017, it was a bad period in my life. Outside of my mama dying in 2012, 2015 to 2017 was a fucked up period in my life. And I, at the end of 2017, that's when I was like, everything I just had to pay for this month came from music. So like, this is what I do. I'm fucking full-fledged. Like, I'm not going back. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. I'm full-fledged. So when I was able to pay my bills, help my sisters, and do shit like that off of some rap shit, I was like, this is it. I'm making more money than niggas that's outside trapping at this point, you know? So I just kept telling myself slick shit like, okay, self, and then we make $7,000 a month from some music. That ain't the best, but shit, that's cool. And what if we can turn that to 14 a month? What if we could turn that to 21 a month? You know what I'm saying? Now I'm up to like a 60 a month. You know what I'm saying? Off of just believing in the shit, to be honest, and taking myself serious and not letting nobody make me feel like just because I'm not where they think I should be, this shit ain't possible. I'm still catching money. Like, so it's like, you know what I mean? I just had to tell myself, like, nigga, you catching. Fuck these people. So, you know.
You said 60 a month?
Yeah. So like I give or take, I spend a 20 out of the 60 having to live and continue moving forward and shit like that. And then after taking care of my kids and paying my bills or living, you know what I'm saying? I'm walking away with some nice pocket change. It's like I'm still trapping. That's how I feel. So as long as I save my paper, I'm be straight.
There's some people who don't make 60 in 1 year.
Yeah, so that's what I'm telling. That's why I use the word I'm blessed. Cause even sometimes, Smalls, when I make this money, I have to stop and thank God because I'm like, this shit is crazy. But it's not mind blowing like I don't know what's happening, but it's crazy because it's where I'm from. It's like the statistics and the stats say I'm not supposed to be ever able to achieve no shit like this and live and actually take care of babies and other people's kids and shit like that. It's like, damn. But like that's my reality. So it's like I'd be like, now I'm super fucking blessed. You know, and that's what I try to intrigue on artists these days. Like, listen, you ain't gotta be the biggest nigga popping. As long as you got enough shit going on for yourself and you're able to manage your money and just have a good structure, nigga, you can run up millions of dollars on the low. And these people out there don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? Niggas might say, oh, he ain't got no jewelry. But I can buy all that jewelry you niggas got on 100 times. I don't give a fuck about that shit. You know what I mean? Nigga done had that. If I buy something, it's because I like it. You know what I mean? I like it and I want to wear it. And I want to appreciate it and I want people to see me with it because I like it. Other than that, man, it's cool. I'd rather see a smile on somebody else's face.
Speaking of blessed, you also referenced God in this interview. Do you follow a religion?
I'm not like a religious person. Like I'm not like a set religion, but I'm a spiritual person. I believe in God. I believe that everything for me happens because God, you know what I'm saying, is pushing me to that point. I don't like go to church regularly or nothing. But I'm a spiritual person. My mother was a Christian. She used to, you know, her energy would rub off on me. But like I'm not like a full religious guy. But yeah, I do believe in God, and I believe everything I'm doing is from, you know, His doings.
When it comes to your mother and her Christianity, was it a certain denomination under Christianity that she followed?
No, not really. I wasn't intrigued that much to really know, but I just know my mother was straight God given and full God all the way around the board. My mother helped anybody she came in contact with. She would preach God to everybody she came in contact with, and just like, you know, so like that was really it. I didn't really indulge fully, but you know, from her it rubbed off, and like I said, that's how I feel about it. Like, cause you know, I think about it myself when people ask that question, like, you know, cause I do say blessed a lot, and I do say God, and I know that's how I'm propelled to where I'm at today. Um, but I have to be honest and say like I'm not like fully religious and shit, like, you know. But I am spiritual and I do believe in God. I do pray for myself and everybody else, and you know what I'm saying. So that's where I stand.
Because your mother does follow Christianity, well, she's not alive anymore.
Yeah, right now.
But,
Rest in peace.
but when she did,
Yeah,
when she was alive and she did follow Christianity,
yeah,
was she aware at one point you became spiritual?
yeah. But I mean, since I was a kid, my mother always would press it. God got you, got this. You know what I'm saying? So like, she pushed it on us, but it was like my mother didn't go to church though, like, and do all of that, like, but with her every day, she was like church. My mom used to walk around with her Bible. I'm gonna keep it G with y'all. Fuck it. My mother used to get my mother used to boost shit and get on her hustle shit when she was you know, on her shit, right? My mother would ride around with her Bible with her. And I swear to God, she would think no matter what she did today, that Bible gonna keep her ass safe. You feel me? Like, she didn't go to church. She had that Bible with her. Mama would go boost the whole fucking Home Depot. And she think because she got that Bible with her, ain't nothing fit to happen. And shit, 8 times out of 10, she was right. You know what I'm saying? So I got to give her credit. She was right. She might have got locked up a few times, but shit, she skated on a lot. And that stuck out to me. The Bible thing stuck out to me. You know, I said, damn. And then I would hear people say shit like, you know, you don't got to go to churches within you. So that was my mama. Like, you know what I mean? She just, the church is in her. Church is at Home Depot today while I'm still in this shit. That's how she felt. So, know what I mean? That me being 1,000. My mama know what's up.
The reason why I ask is because I didn't know if that ever created a rift between you two. Even though she followed Christianity and you were more spiritual, I didn't know if that was an issue between
you. Yeah, nah. She kind of, my mother was like to each his own person, and she would let her kids be themselves. And I think she was just real enough to try to like let you be yourself and just hope that you would get on the same page. But she was real enough to accept whatever came with it.
I know she tried to press this on you. At what point do you divert, though? and consider yourself spiritual?
Just the church part, to be honest. Like I wasn't with waking up and shit and going to church like Bible school. It was cool, but I just used to be boring in that motherfucker. But like it was just, I think I was bored because I didn't understand. At that age, I just didn't really understand. Because I just know me, I didn't understand it, the gratitude of what they was trying to put on us. But I think just church, just going to church was the only thing that like separated me from that part of someone thinking that, oh, he's religious. You know what I'm saying? Because I really didn't attend church. But I don't mind church. I like church. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I feel clean when I walk out. I mean,
So, I guess just to be a little bit more clear, at what age or what grade maybe did you consider yourself spiritual?
since a little kid. Because I always prayed. I always knew that you had to pray. I always, if something bothered me in life, if I got scared when I was a kid, if my mother didn't come home on time, like the time that she normally would, I would pray. You know what I'm saying? I pray to God. I hope my mama's all right. I hope everything okay, and hope she comes home. So since a child,
How did she pass, if you don't mind me asking?
my mama died from liver failure. Yeah, liver failure. My mama died from. My mama called my phone at like 11 in the morning telling me go to probation. I was on probation at the time. She's saying, hey, you need to go see your probation officer. And I was with this girl. I got in the shower at the girl house, and I told the girl, take me probation. On the way, we had to pass my mama house. And I'm calling my mama just to tell her, hey, I'm passing your shit. I'm going to probation. I'm good. You ain't got to keep worrying about it. But she wasn't answering the phone, and I knew she would answer because she was worried about me making it to probation on time. This like when I had got locked up and I came home and they had put me on probation. So like my first visit. So she was so adamant on making sure I, was present at the first visit because they would have violated me. So she was so like adamant on, you need to wake up, you need to make sure you're there. So when she stopped answering the phone on route to there, I told the girl, make this right in my mama house at the end of the block. Take me to my mama house real quick. Because she wasn't answering. I just felt weird to me. And then I went there, and I found my mama, and she was in there dead. It was like literally 30, 40 minutes ago. She was calling me perfectly fine, telling me to go to probation. So, but then come to find out she was seeing a liver doctor, so she had issues with her liver, but she just wasn't telling her kids. And I found that out afterwards. But yeah, that's basically how she passed.
Um, okay, I want to ask you this. A couple things I want to piggyback on what you had said.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, when your mother had passed, what age were you?
Damn, how old was it? Like 22, maybe 20, 21, 22, something like that.
Why do you think she kept the liver information away from people like yourself?
Cause man, like she was like a person that wouldn't want like to worry everybody or cause a scene or have people like really like in fear about shit. The police could be watching the motherfucking house. my mama wouldn't want to tell you until she think they about to hit the motherfucker, cause she just didn't want to stir up no unwanted drama. And I honestly think she didn't tell us this shit because she just felt like my kids is gonna be worried. They're gonna be walking around worried. That's the only justification I can get. Cause I'm between you and me, I'm mad at my mama for that shit. You supposed to told me, baby. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. But I love her and I respect her. I know she didn't cause she ain't want a nigga walking around thinking. You know what I mean? She ain't want me thinking. She want me to focus on this music shit. And my mother was a real rock in this music shit. My mother used to encourage me to do anything. The day that my mama's funeral was, I still performed the show that I was paid for previously from her dying before she passed. I still went to the show. And the people, shout out to them. I can't remember the promoters, and then it was time ago, but shout out to them. They actually gave me my back end and told me that I didn't have to come because they knew my mom died and the show was the day of the funeral. But I still showed up, and I performed, and I did everything I was supposed to do. And I just know because my mama would have been blown if I didn't. But really, yeah, she didn't tell us because she ain't want me walking around thinking about that shit. But I wish she did, though, because the nigga would have been able to deal with it different and, go about it differently. But to each his own. I know she ain't want to worry her children.
It was a local show?
Yeah, it was in Baltimore. Yep, sure enough, a local show. That's why I think the people really gave me the back end and didn't even care if I came because they just felt how they felt about it. And like I said, it was local, so people really know me. They probably felt they knew my mama was like this with me, so I think they really just like, damn, this is so unfortunate. But I still showed up and handled my business.
How did you perform that night?
I went crazy. I did my thing, to be honest. It was a great show. I had my whole family. Obviously, it was my mother's funeral. So I had people in town that ain't never seen me even rap in real life. And I bring all of them to the show. My daddy was in there and shit. And that's really when me and my father connected because he really wasn't all the way in our life growing up like he should have been. So, like, I just had, it was just a moment, man. You know, people in my family, they ain't never seen me do my thing. They got to really see that people respect my craft, and I had people that was supportive of me, and you know, it was just. And then I felt good because I know my mama really would want me to go get my money and do the show, and just be who I am. So like, it was a blessing, regardless, because I was able to continue. I didn't think I was gonna be able to do it, you know what I mean? But it went well.
What age were you when your parents split?
Man, my daddy was on some bullshit from the beginning, um, with my mama. So like, I think I like to give or take. I was probably like 7 or 6. I was so young I can't remember nothing for real. Like, you understand, like them together, being in a relationship. I don't remember none of that type shit. So to me, it was like they wasn't never really together. But I got an older sister that would tell me different. You know what I'm saying? Tell me like they was really right. So, you know, but I was like 6 or 7. I don't know. My daddy split when he went. We was living in Baltimore. And my father went back to Texas. So, and my mama stayed in Baltimore, raised us there. So that's really how that came.
When it came to the death of your mother and how you found out she had passed away, I paused there for a second because I did want to ask some questions about that,
Yeah,
but I didn't know how sensitive of a subject that
yeah.
could
Nah,
be.
nah. It's okay. It's good. Talking about this shit, goddamn, like therapy. You know what I mean?
Can you take us back to that moment when you actually find her in that state?
Um, I can just I ain't gonna get too in detail because it's just some fucked up shit. But I honestly tell you that like when I found my, she was in her bed. She was laying. I think she was like in her bed already, just chilling. She was in her bed. But I can honestly say like when I found my mom and I realized like she was dead, like literally she blew. I'm like, damn. Um, that's when I just knew like it was like after that I just had a feeling like can't nothing in this world bother me. I ain't know how I was ready to feel like immediately after, like leaving her like that or the ambulance taking her away or nothing. But I remember the whole time holding on to my, cause I found her and I tried to do like shit I seen in a movie, like CPR type shit. I don't know how to do none of that shit, but I just fucking try. You know what I mean? Whatever I seen before, I tried it, and that right there fucked me up. But I can honestly say that what I took from it was like I just learned like and like all people should know this shit. You gotta know like if you with your people and your family, your mama, your daddy, and you close, like whatever, just like spend time. Like in that brief moment of me holding my mother and trying to blow air in her lungs, all I could recall, all I ran through my head was how I ain't been coming around, how I ain't been, you know what I'm saying? It's just time thing. It just life hit me that day. Life hit me. I respected life. I beef different with niggas after my mom died. You know what I mean? Like, if your shit ain't worth really killing your dumb ass, I just went left. You know what I mean? Because it's like life is tricky. And like when you're a person and I'm from Baltimore, niggas dying all day long is regular. But until it like really is a home thing or like you really deal with it so personal, you don't understand that it's really that fucked up. So it's like with me finding my mom and going through it like that, I just felt untouchable. And not like untouchable from people or like can't nobody. I'm talking about untouchable as far as feelings. Like I feel like I felt the shit that I need. That the most coldest feeling you gonna get next to laying in the snow is this type of shit. And that's what I took from it. I took from it that nothing in this world can fuck with me no more. Ain't nothing finna sidetrack me. And I ain't felt like nothing could until I had children. When I had children, I said, oh, these is the reason. These are the only people that can take me off my pivot. After that, it was that death shit of my mama. Like, but that's really what it was. It's a feeling that you'll never forget. And you know what I mean? If you ever go through it. And I wish nothing like that on anybody. You know what I mean? You'll know who you are. I can tell you that. You'll know who you are after stuff like that. Like, you'll really know who you are. And hopefully you're somebody that you like to be.
Was there some feeling of guilt there?
Hell yeah. Just not coming home to her house. My mom used to be like, y'all need to come see me. Or y'all don't never come see me. Just like not really like we didn't come see, but you know, certain shit, you know how people like, y'all don't never come over here, shit like that. It just stood out much more. You know, it was 4K. You know what I'm saying? That shit was vivid now. Like I'm like I could hear her saying this shit all the time. And she didn't even say it all the time because I still came home all the time or still came to her house. I didn't live there, but I still came there a lot. And I just regretted not going there more. You know, I just regretted not going more. You know what I'm saying? Not doing more, not taking more pictures with my mama, shit like that. Just the simple stuff that life offers. You know what I'm saying? Simple stuff. That's what I regret. Simple shit. Like she can't never see my kids. I got 2 beautiful twin baby boys. She can't touch her grandchildren. They can't see my mama. They don't know. They don't even know how dope their grandmama was. They don't. You know what I mean? That's the shit that bothered me. Outside of that, I'm still totally grateful for everything I've gained from her. You know, the shit I learned, the way she raised me. I'm grateful. I'm such a helper at heart because of my mama. You know what I mean? So anybody that I ever helped, you owe it to my mama, nigga. That's who instilled that in me. Her. You know, don't even thank me. You know what I mean?
When it comes to the liver failure, did something contribute to that specifically, or?
Yeah, man. Drug use and alcohol and shit like that. But yeah, drug use, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, people that know me know it ain't no cuckout me. Me and my mama real enough. You know what I mean? For me to say what I'm saying. Like, it was just drug use, you know what I'm saying, over the years and wear and tear on the body and shit like that, you know what I mean? You know, drinking and stuff like that. Just misuse of certain things, you know, led to her having health issues. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think this could have been prevented at all?
Of course. I honestly think, I don't blame me or my siblings about nothing with my mama, but I honestly just be feeling like that if, like I said, it's a life thing. Like, you know, you go through shit to learn shit. So, like, I can't really accurately tell you, like, if we knew better, we'd have done better because we didn't know. You know what I mean? So it's like I told you, she never told us nothing about that. If my mama told me she had a fucking liver problem or any health issue whatsoever, and it was, like, real to me, like, I really felt like this is, you know, whatever, my whole existence around my mama would have been different. But she was the type of woman to not, like I said, want her kids to worry. So she not even telling you shit. Certain shit that's really fucked up, she not even saying that shit. She in the house laughing and playing and grinning like she didn't just come from the doctor and them folks told her this. So that's the type of woman she was. But I understand why. That's why I don't look at the shit and be like, oh, my mother was crazy, she ain't tell me. Because I get it. It was for the sake of her children. See, I got children now. So it's like things that I know that I wouldn't want my kids to know if I could prevent it. Like, and that's what all it was. She was just trying to keep our minds safe from thinking like that. And I love her for that. But I do wish that she told me, because I would, like I told you, my existence would have been different.
This is a tough hypothetical question I'm about to ask.
Okay.
But do you think she wanted to go?
You know what's crazy? At her funeral, the person that was speaking, like the pastor or whatever, had said some shit like that. Like, basically, like, she was ready. But I gotta be real and tell you that when he said that shit, I almost said, like, no, the fuck she wasn't. Know what I mean? But I had to keep my composure. But what I think I meant by that today is just like, I just feel like, I know my mama was tired of suffering, because she did used to say things to us like, y'all kids don't, like when we get into little disputes, she'd say, y'all don't even know what's wrong with me. Y'all think everything, and we just think she'd just say the shit, just say it. But like, I can, yeah, now like I think back on it, and it's like, I remember when that man said like she was ready. I wasn't rocking with what he was saying, at all. I wasn't rocking with what he was saying. But then after thinking about it, I'm just happy if she was. Like I told you, my mother never came to me like, oh, I'm so ill or I'm hurting or nothing. So, but if that what it was, then I'm happy that she don't feel nothing like that no more. But if somebody asked me, would you rather your mama feel that shit and still be here, nigga, I'd say, hell yeah. Hell yeah, we gonna figure it out. But I wanna hug my mama and talk to my mama and see what she think about what I just did today. You know what I mean? And I know she's strong, and if it took her staying alive and dealing with some pain or some shit, it was minor to her. So like, you know, it's kind of a selfish answer, if you, maybe, but fuck that, I want my mama. People can say what they want.
I want to piggyback on some other elements of this interview that you had mentioned. There was a time where you were indicted.
Yeah.
What ended up happening with that?
Man, the case got dismissed. By the grace of God, they had me on a wiretap. The feds had me on a wiretap, but the wiretap was illegal. By the grace of God, I was able to have an attorney present that was able to find a loophole in that and figure out that it was illegal, which it was admissible in court. They couldn't use it against me, basically. So even though they played it and used this wiretap and recording of me talking to try to persuade a jury to convict me, it was illegal. The police was lying. The government was lying on me. Not lying on me. They was illegally trying to prosecute me. And by the grace of God, we was able to, I and my team, my legal team was able to figure out a loophole through that to realize these niggas is lying. And this shit wasn't even a legitimate situation. That's how I beat it. Nothing else, nothing more. Like, that's it. Like, I ain't, you know, the shit that they say a nigga done all of that shit. But they illegally, you know, did what they did. So even though I was illegal, they was illegal too. So that shit just, it found common ground and canceled out.
You also mentioned writing for some of the biggest rappers, or you said something of that nature.
Yeah, like some of these niggas that y'all listen to, basically. That's what I was saying. Some other rappers outside of myself.
Was it just so writing for some of these rappers, or you contributed to some of their biggest songs?
Like, not like, I never wrote the song out, like wrote it down and was like, this is it. Like, I make music, right? So I have a catalog of music to where the artist would be around me while I'm playing my shit, and they would hear certain shit and either want to use that in particular, like exactly what I did, or some of it. You know what I'm saying? Or they would hear what I'm doing, and then 2 months down the road, they creating a song similar. You know what I'm saying? Or just using cadences that I use and shit like that. So it's like, and it always fell under the umbrella of what's understood don't need to be explained type of thing. So it ain't never been like, oh yeah, but it's like, yeah, but I know what I've contributed to, and I know what I've helped enhance, and I know that I've motivated some of the biggest people. You know what I'm saying? I know that they've been influenced by me. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. And it's been niggas that's out, these young niggas, a lot of these niggas, I help a lot of niggas. Like, niggas be in the studio and be like, Tess, I need some shit like this. Let's give it to them. You see what I'm saying? I'm not the one to be like, oh, I did this, did that, because that shit don't even mean anything. Plus, I be catching checks from the situation. So it's like, I might do some shit for you, but then this nigga paid me a boatload. You feel what I'm saying? So it's one of them type of situations. And I'm a hustler, so I hustle the music. I'm not in it to be like, oh, I did this because I'm inspired too. You know, I might be in a session with this nigga and then he done did some shit. Now I'm inspired. Now I'm gonna go in this room and create this shit. But if you say, damn, Tess, how you got on this type of tip today? I'd be lying if I'd be like, oh, I was in there with this nigga and he turned me up. Like, so it's just one of them situations. I'm not the nigga sitting on here trying to give the mystery, like, oh, I wrote this song for this, or nah, it's not like that. But I've contributed to all the thrust to a lot of shit that people rap every day. You know what I'm saying? Just from by being in that motherfucker, saying, nah, bro, keep that. That's where you need to be right there. Or you should say this. Or you said this. So go back to that. I might just tell you to do you again. I'm not giving you nothing I made. I'm just helping you stay in the space that you're trying to be in, that creative space. I'm just helping you understand where you done said some slick shit and then you might have bypassed it. So I'm just, you said that. So I'm one of them people. It's really like production. It's like producing and just, some people would classify it as co-writing and shit like that. But me, I'm just in there being an artist. I don't be sitting there looking like, oh yeah, I helped a nigga do this. But I know where it come from though. When I hear the song and the completed project, I'm like, oh, that shit came because Tess was in there that night. Feel me? He was in there. He played a role in that. Just like a lot of people, you know what I mean?
Some want to be known for that. Some want to be, I don't want to say some want to be known for that. Some want to put that information out there so it's known that they were a part of it.
Yeah.
Or name names that they've helped or things of that nature.
No disrespect to them people, but I be feeling like sometimes when niggas do that or when females or men or women do that, they feel like that's their way of, grabbing onto the next situation. And no disrespect, if that's what you think is working for you, by all means, do what you think is going to work. But my point is, like me, I'm situated in other areas. So I don't got to fucking say that. I don't have to highlight that for you to like me. I'd rather you learn that shit after you already knew what's highlighted. And then you go, dang, you ain't tell me you did. You ain't tell me you was there when, and you ain't tell me that he thanked you for. So it's like, those are the things that I fuck with and would drive me. I got a lot going on for myself that I'm blessed to have going, so I don't get caught up in that shit. I just know that I know what I done. I know why that came like that, just like everybody know that was there. So it's one of them things, and it just goes without being said.
So with some of these songs you have been a part of,
yeah.
Are there credits of your name in some of these instances?
Nah, hell no. It don't be like that. Like it's like it's not like that for me. For me, it's not like that. Cause I'm not itching for that. Like I can honestly look and tell you if I pressed for that, like, hey man, I need my plaque cause you recorded this in my studio. Or I need my plaque cause nigga, I told you to say the same shit you was saying. If I did that, of course, it would be credentials behind it, right? You'll see this shit. But I don't give a fuck about that shit because at the end of the day, I'm an artist myself, you know what I mean? So I'm not out here jumping up and down wanting you to know I helped him. I want you to know I helped me. So I'd rather just focus on that shit. And like I said, I'm a fan of behind the scenes. So like I like when people is in the background telling the truth. I get the front street is this and the cameras and everybody's all la la la. But I've always found significance in people finding out the real deal. You know, it's like when you watch a movie and then you find out how they pulled that stunt off. You're like, damn. Now you're more intrigued with the stunt man than the motherfucking main actor. So it's like, that's what I'm into. And that's what propels me. That's what gets me more money on the back ends of what I got going on, on production credits and shit that I just do for people. I've done a lot of stuff. I record music, I mix and master, do a lot of shit. I be indulging in a lot of stuff. So like, that's what drives me.
There are some people that also don't want to know the behind the scenes.
Yeah, for sure.
They don't want to watch the movie and see how the movie was made. They want to enjoy the movie for what the movie was, the final product.
Exactly.
They don't want to know they don't even want to see the outtakes.
Nothing.
None of that, because that may ruin
what they've seen.
Mm-hmm. In its entirety.
Right.
So,
exactly.
But then there are, on the opposite, people that want to know every little detail and how did this happen and
right.
how did this come to be.
Right.
So it's different strokes for different folks there.
Exactly.
And,
to each his own.
There are people that like to spill the beans of what they've helped and
yeah.
done, and then there's some people that stay silent about it.
Yeah. I feel like the people that stay silent about it are the more secured persons. Like they know what their involvement was and the level of it. So it's like they're not really going out on a limb to get some type of validation for their shit. They just, you know what I mean? I'm not throwing shade on them because at the end of the day, if you done some shit, people should know you done it. I agree. People should know that you helped create this shit. But I also agree that when you hold yourself to a certain standard of knowing that you create on the same level, you're not as inclined to fucking tell everybody. You're just like, whatever, man. Like, the motherfuckers back there know who did what. I'm cool. Or they look at it and go, the person knows how this guy, and they're cool with that. And I'm one of them people, you know what I mean? I'm cool with that. I'm cool with you knowing that, because we was together that day, this transpired. I'm cool with that. You know what I mean?
Is this your mother around your neck?
Yeah, Brenda's baby. Yep, Brenda's baby. My mama named Brenda.
Well, I meant the chain.
The chain, oh yeah, damn. I forgot I was wearing this. Yeah, that's her right there. This was a gift, by the way. Shout out my brother Boomer. He purchased this for me probably like 6 months ago. Nigga called my phone and said, I got something for you. I thought he had a fucking song he wanted me to do or something. Some shit he needed me to look out for. He had a jeweler pull up on me and drop the necklace off to me. It was a great gift, best gift I ever had in my life. Yeah, got it every day with me.
In this amount of time you've been a full-time recording artist, ever felt like quitting?
Hell yeah. Shit, I felt like quitting last month when motherfucking fumbled my video and shit. I ain't fucking with you now. Like, I ain't even fucking with you. For real, like, you go through the motions. It's the motions. You independent, man. People don't be understanding what that really fucking mean. Like, that means, let me break it down real quick, and then just real quick. That means, nigga, when I shoot a video, the cameraman, the girls you seen come to the video, the models, the weed man, anybody that was being assistants, the lighting people, the director, his assistants, everything, all these people, the location, the hourly time that we in here, it all comes out my pocket. And the crazy thing is when you're independent, don't nobody just look at you and respect that you're independent. They don't respect that this is your money. They just look at the shit like, shit, nigga, you got money. You the label. You know what I mean? You independent, right, nigga? So we can't come in here and do our thing because you like, so it's like the thing with that shit just makes you get frustrated, you get overwhelmed, you get discouraged. You know what I'm saying? Because you might sit back and look at some shit and be like, damn, I spent fucking $20,000 today. I shot 2 videos, but I spent $20,000 a day. You start looking at shit, damn, oh man, I done put these people in the hotel, I done paid for his Airbnb, I flew the directors out here, I got lighting crew, I'm paying models. It's just like, you start really feeling like, damn, like, is this what this is about? Like, I'm trying to get money, but it's like, you gotta find balance, man. And that's why I always say I'm blessed, because I'm always able to find the balance. That's the thing with Tess. I'm always able to find balance. And I'm blessed for that. Because I be just sitting there like, damn, I done did all this and did all that. But it's just like, at the end of the day, for when you're independent, that's literally what that means. It makes you, like, you will want to quit. Like, it's a lot going on, but you just got to overpower that shit and just keep it moving. I just honestly feel like people that move independent are built for that. Because it's like, you built your shit from the ground up. Like, people that come up from, it's just like, you just built for it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel like. I feel like you're built to tolerate the shit that comes with having to start from scratch or having to be the person that everything gonna come back on. So it's like, it is what it is. I can honestly tell you, being independent is the best feeling at the end of the day. During your work day, you're gonna feel fucked up. But at the end of the day, when it's all said and done and you know that you've crossed your T's and dotted your I's, and you handled your business, I think that's rewarding.
How do you find the balance?
Man, just really going through the motions. I didn't always have no balance. I used to fuck up so much money and be broke and fucked up, or have a lot of money and not know which way to spend this shit or who to do this with or do that with. So it's really trial and error. Trial and error led me to the balance. Losing a lot. I lost a lot. I sacrificed a lot. Things like that will show you. Like the hard sacrifices, the hard losses, that shows you instant. Damn, we don't need to do that no more. So that's really, the balance came natural, but it really came from trial and error and being continuous. If I didn't continue to go, I wouldn't even know how to balance nothing.
When it came to ever feeling like quitting, was it just a thought or a feeling, or did you ever actually take a break or stop?
Nah, I never stopped. I've never stopped in my life. Not one time. Even when my mama died, I never stopped. Not once. I never took a day, or 2 days, 3 days, nothing. I've always known to stay consistent. I think that's the only reason why I'm able to make money today from this shit, because I ain't never stopped. People always had to respect the fact that I never quit. I never stopped. I remember, like I told you, I got indicted. Everybody around me went to prison. My mama died. All these things, right? I got kids overseas, you know what I'm saying? All these different things. I ain't never stopped. This shit nothing ain't never halted me. I believe that's the only reason why I make money and live from this shit today, because nothing's never halted me. And I'm not sitting here talking about, oh yeah, I'm strong. No, I don't know how. That's why I just say it's God given. I'm blessed. Cause I don't know. I done been through shit that sinks niggas. Motherfucking shit I've been through, it sink you. You know how you at the bottom of the ocean floor, sunk. You know what I'm saying? So, like I told you, me finding my mom dead let me know a lot about myself. You know, if I found her dead and I ain't sink, it's like, what the fuck gonna sink my ship?
Going to trial.
Yeah, but it wasn't the same. I remember literally being in trial, Smallz, and accepting that I'm ready to go to prison, and I was cool with that. Like, not in the sense like it's cool to go to prison, but I'm like, fuck it. These motherfuckers got me on the wiretap. How I'm gonna get around this? Okay, fuck it. I done lost my mother, and I was like, I remember being in court going, this shit ain't worse than that, cause I don't even feel nothing I felt when my mom was die. So I'm cool. Fuck this shit. I honestly thought I was going to jail so much, I sold everything that I even owned. The shit I owned, anything I had, I sold it, got rid of it, right? I was prepared to go to prison because I got me on the wiretap, the shit that they said I did what they said. So, you know, boom, boom. But by the grace of God, it was disclosed that this shit was illegal. That the whole operation to track me was illegal. So I can honestly say the whole time I never felt nothing from that, like with my mama, nothing. I wasn't scared. I wasn't none of that. I really was in that bitch like just let me get the least amount of time possibly. You know what I'm saying? Like I was prepared to go to jail. I just was like, man, just let me get the best time I can get out this shit. And I know me, I'm gonna get in that motherfucker and do every program I can do. And you know what I'm saying? Try to get the fuck up out of there. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. That's what my brain, I was in court thinking about I'm gonna do this, I'm doing this, I'm trying to get work release, I'm doing them, work in the kitchen. I'm thinking all kind of shit. Feel me? Because that's what I thought. But you know, that's what went like that. And really to me getting indicted and going to, and having to go through the motions of them procedures and shit like that, I really knew wasn't nothing worse than losing my mama. So I really was in that motherfucker fearless. I'm not gonna say I didn't care, but I was prepared for it, to be honest.
You were numb. You were desensitized at that point.
Yeah, I was just ready. I remember telling everybody, even every girl in my life that I fuck with, I remember telling them, look, bitch, you ain't gonna see me no more. You know what I mean? This shit is hit the fan. I don't know how long, but you ain't finna see me right now. You know what I mean? So just, I remember seeing girls for the last time and shit like, you know how motherfuckers think they finna go to jail. So a nigga got down, you know, come see me. You know, I got court on Monday. You know what I mean? So one of them things. I remember doing that all 4 or 5 days before court, trying to hurry up and catch up to all the people that I thought I wasn't going to see for a long period of time. So, you know what I mean? And then I wound up beating the fucking case and walking back outside, feeling crazy. I beat the case and felt crazy. You know, I was outside clueless. Like, what the fuck? I sold shit I didn't even want to sell for discount prices and shit. You know what I mean? I done lost some fucking, I'm still here. I'm thinking I'm going to prison. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah.
When you did have thoughts on, when you did have feelings of quitting,
Yeah.
even though you never did, was that something you kept to yourself or did others know?
A few people knew, like close people to me. And it wasn't like I called like, man, I'm about to quit. I ain't no goofy nigga like that. I might express myself in a manner where they know, damn, man, Tess is discouraged right now. And they might find the need to want to lift me back up. You know, but it would only be a handful of people. I never let my following or a fan or a subscriber or fucking whatever you want to label these people, you know, I never let nobody see me sweat. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just always would try to keep a level head about whatever's going on when it was time to do my thing. But it was a few people where I would call and just be like, man, I never called nobody and said I'm about to quit, but I did call people before and just be like, man, like with the energy of, man, I'm about to fucking say fuck this shit. And you know, thankfully, they always would build me back up instantly. As soon as they sensed that this is where I'm going, they would nip that shit in the bud. So shout out to all them people in my life. They know who they are.
No one ever told you, you know what, maybe this stuff isn't for you.
Hell no. I can honestly tell you that. People have been around me trying to suggest stupid shit out of like just their own way of trying to say stuff because they might see things not working for you at that moment. But ain't nobody in my life ever came and said, you just need to do this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Never. And to be honest with you, if they did, I wouldn't, that shit would go in one ear and out the other anyway. because, you know, I'm already moving, doing what I'm doing. I love music. You know, like I say, I ain't the biggest nigga in the world, but I'm bigger to other motherfuckers than other motherfuckers. That's what I'm saying. I'm bigger to other motherfuckers than other motherfuckers. It's a person walking around Earth right now that'd rather listen to me than any other nigga. And I know that. So I'm catering to them.